Morjesta morjes, siis hän on Tähkäpuisto ja täällä keisarinne on keisarilaagerin kanssa ja vaihtaa kielen lennossa. So I'm going to have this one in English. For a reason I'm going to give you in a wee bit. But first, to those who don't know who I am, what's going to happen, where we are, I'm going to tell you really shortly. So I'm Carlos, I am in this Tähkäpuisto, and this is my empire. I'm the emperor, like Kaiser, and that's why I'm having this keisari beer here. Keisari is Kaiser in Finnish. So I am having these weekly shows mostly in Finnish language, and in them I'm telling my audience how my week's been and what's been happening. Sometimes I cook some treats for my lady. Sometimes I visit places, and most of the time I'm just talking bullshit. But anyway, now that everybody knows who I am and where we are, let's move on. So the other day I was minding my own business, stalking people on Twitter, shit like that, and I got like super really duper sad. Acquaintance of mine who is a YouTuber slash politician slash journalist. I'm not going to give you any names, so we are just going to call her Dame. Anyhow, on her Twitter page, on her Twitter page, she had shared something about our soon-to-be ex-prime minister who gave a speech in New York, and this tweet, roughly translated, it's that this rally English of hers, this PM, that is, poked her ear in a nasty way. So that means basically it caused her physical pain in her ear. And rally English, that's not that nice way of calling our Finnish accent. We are not native speakers. Of course we have an accent. But the thing is that all Finns do speak English. They do understand English. So let me just put it in a nice way. You only get to get better in English language or any language or anything when you constantly practice it. And if there are some individuals who are slugging you off all the time, correcting your grammar, your pronouncing, telling that you should put comma in there, you made a mistake, stupid cunt. So that's not really encouraging, is that? So most people, they just won't speak English anymore because their self-esteem in this matter is so low that they just think I'm such a loser in this matter, so I better stop right here. Well, they forget that not everybody is a dame who has been to Arizona, like hanging out in a hot tub with male cheerleaders. So, my fellow Finns, don't worry about it. I don't worry about this. I mean, I'm going to speak English no matter how huge pain there be in this dame's ear after this. I don't give a flying fuck, that is. Anyhow, I'm a chess player. I'm not a good one, but I'm not the worst in the whole wide world. But you can imagine that the first times I went to a chess club meeting, I lost basically all my games. But my mentor in there was an elderly chap who always, after losing, kept telling me what I did correctly in that game, and I believed him that I had done something right, and he taught me how to treat people, not only in chess but also in life, and that's how it should go. And when I got a little bit better and I started winning some games, I kept that way I had learned from this mentor of mine, and was never like after winning a game was like, ha ha, you sucked, it hurts my eyes to see you playing. No, that's not what you do. But I'm not a motivational speaker. There are better motivational speakers than I am, and probably better English speakers, because mine is rally English. So I don't want to get too profound. We will be back in this subject in the end of this broadcast. Now that's one tasty beer. Well, I do not write on Twitter. I enjoy my park, of course. And it's more fun outside. And since I only have this really retro vintage Nokia phone of mine, which doesn't have internet, so it's not a smartphone, I always have to leave my internet behind and just enjoy the outdoors. Like a while ago, I went to plant a tree with my family, and that was nice. The other day, I visited cemetery here in Turku and visited some graves. It's always so beautiful in the cemeteries. And in a bit, I am going to take my smoking hot girlfriend / my affected assistant to see a cave, which is located like a mile from this park which I'm ruling. So I always take her on a date to weird and unusual places. I have taken her to a COVID demonstration, taken her to a cemetery, even I took her to my court hearing like a year ago. So I don't take her to restaurants, I don't take her to theaters, and you gotta be creative if you are flat broke all the time. So you have to have imagination. But that's how it goes. I mean, she has told me many times that I have never met anyone like you, and Carlos, you're 1 in a billion. I still haven't wanted to ask her if that's a good thing or bad thing, but so far it has worked, and she's still my GF / assistant. But it's about time to take her to that cave. Let's hope we will find it. Let's hope we'll make it back alive. But I'm going to update this video, or actually I'm going to edit all together. But now it's weekend and I ain't going to air it till Tuesday, so I still have time to tell you what else is going on. But I better finish my Keisari beer now. So see you in few secs. Okay, and off to the cave we go. I've never been to those caves, so I have no idea what I should pack. But I guess this is what a modern caveman would take with him. So what I have here, of course I have my vintage Nokia phone, just in case for emergency. If I get stuck in there, I have something to entertain me with. J.D. Salinger's novel Catcher in the Rye. I got salted peanuts. I don't wanna starve to death. I have some fuse tea for my assistant. And of course, I have few beers. And then I have these beautiful necklaces, just in case I run into trolls or leprechauns or something like that and I gotta bribe my way out. Well, I guess I'm ready to take my assistant to the caves. Yeah! And now we are finally next to the cave and we were like wandering over there for like 45 minutes. And couldn't find the cave, but like I said, after 45 minutes of searching, we found a gentleman who was kind enough to show us where this place is. I mean, not tell us, but show us. He walked us here, and now we are here next to the cave, but now it's time for a short break and a cigarette and beer. Let's go see how the cave looks. But give me 2 minutes first. Okay guys, guess where I am? I'm in a cave and it's a pretty freezing and scary place. I mean, there's a rope here that I could go further up there and might be able to come back. But like I said, I haven't been to those caves that much, so I think we are not going deeper to the caves. Our fun day, well, it's supposed to be fun, and it wouldn't be fun at all if we got lost in there. So now we've seen this, and now we know where it is, and maybe we will come back another time. But now I didn't have my winter jacket, so I gotta go back out there where the sun is shining. I don't wanna freeze to death. Okay, they don't really know how these caves were formed, because like in Finland this rock is granite, so it shouldn't be like erosion due to flowing water or that kind of shit. So some guesses are that there must have been an earthquake here that like divided the granite. No one knows, but what the historians do know, that like fugitives, criminals, hobos, vinos used to be hanging out in here, so it must have been in use. What I don't like is that somebody has spray painted this. Like, this is such a valuable scene, and I just don't like that. Keep your spray paint somewhere else. But well, now I've seen this place and it was fun. It was super duper awesome. Woohoo! Fun day with Carlos! Anyway, if one of you guys wants to come here, you don't want to be hanging around in there for 45 minutes like I did, but you see that Luolavuori tennis court in there? You just come up from there, and that's the easiest way. I challenge you all, come here one of these days. See ya! And hello there. And as you can see, I made it out of that cave alive. And I am here in Tahkapuisto with a beer. And just in case you are wondering, where is your assistant? Where's that girlfriend of yours? Well, she made it out alive as well, but like, she always leaves after the weekend. And for new viewers, there's always this pattern. First this intro, then the possible things that happen during the weekend, and after my assistant leaves, then I come to the park and make this final words session. And as some of my regulars know, that this final words and thoughts might last for anything between 20 seconds and 20 hours. So it's never this. Oh, thank you for watching. God bless you all. Have a good night. No, 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 no! I can even write a postcard just saying like, hello, greetings from here, love, Carlos. Like I would be able to say that, yeah, that's all folks. No fucking way. But let's get back to the original topic. And I know, some of you might think that this was one shitty video. Well, I don't blame you, I mean, I don't care. But I'm doing my best, and I'm having these videos made because I want to get better. And this kinda has been the message during the whole show, except when I was in a cave freezing my ass off. Here's a message. As long as you give something your best shot, you're never a failure. So don't let any of those bullies tell you that if that's your best, I don't even want to see what your worst is. That's fucking bollocks. And I'm going to send you some video messages I have received, and of course they are addressed to me and have something to do with this whole topic we are having here, because this is my channel, so it's kind of acceptable that they are saying these words directly to me. So first there is Amos. He's a moderator on lots of channels I've been visiting, and like, unlike some moderators, he's always friendly to everyone. He notices you no matter how big or small you are. He doesn't use his moderator rights wrongly to show bitterness to the world, but he's equally friendly to everyone. And by the way, he's also one of the moderators on this channel, but for obvious reasons, he's not around all the time because he doesn't speak Finnish. Let's see what he had to say.
Hey guys, just to let you know, Carlos speaks perfectly fine English. Actually speaks better English than probably half the people saying that he doesn't, so please lay off.
And the other bloke I'm going to introduce, some of you might remember him. He has been visiting my channel 2 times, and his life has been a real rocky road, but nowadays he's trying to help everyone. He's a motivational speaker, he's trying to spread positivity. I mean, he could be bitter to this world, but he's not. He's awesome. Let's see what he has to say.
For those of you that don't know, Carlos's English is amazing. I mean, it's practically flawless. Even when you can't understand what he's saying, it's because your ears are off. If you can't understand Carlos and his English, you should probably have a serious sit down with a therapist and a psychologist at the same time. Because let's face it, all Finnish people are awesome, and Carlos speaks perfect English. Perfect.
Like I mentioned, these both guys were saying something related to this particular video, but that doesn't mean that it wouldn't be working in a larger scale, because both of these guys have this kind of big heart, and they would totally say the same things to you, trying to encourage you to catch your dreams, to find your happiness, and they are awesome. I mean, those are the 2 blokes I would definitely trust holding my rope if I was falling. I gotta say, I love you guys. But few more words about Sonny von Cleveland. He and his better half, are having this cat cafe in Palm Springs, California, and the idea of that place is that they are helping abandoned or homeless cats in cooperation with a local animal shelter there in Palm Springs, and I'm putting the link to their video channel below this video. You might want to watch it. It's pretty interesting, and it's kind of tells something about people's kindness. You know, guys, I'm not really sure what the main idea of this video was. Well, there was one idea. My GF/assistant, she has lots of friends abroad, and one of these things was show these friends what kind of wacko she's hanging out with. But don't worry, you guys, I am treating her like a princess. I have heard from you guys a lot, and I would like to say a special individual hello to every one of you, but I gotta say collectively, because if I forgot even one name, this particular individual would be like, oh, he didn't mention my name, so I'm not special. Well, bitch, we are done! So it's better to say hello to all those friends of my assistant, and also to you guys, but I already said hello to you, my friends and my viewers. But then again, aren't the friends of my assistant my friends as well? I don't know about that. I don't want to get any more philosophical than I already tried to be. But one thing I do know, the idea was not to say that I am perfect, so you gotta listen to what I am saying and follow my instructions, because the thing is, not one of us is perfect. Well, David Beckham was pretty close to that, but even he has something. Anyways, it's just that when I'm saying all these thoughts I have in my head, I might be able to do some soul searching, and maybe, just maybe, become a better person than I am. So this is therapy. That's a hard word to pronounce. Therapeutical? Is that how you say it? Therapeutical to me as well. Jesus, I shouldn't really have these things in foreign language. Thank God I have beer. Okie dokie, let's go back to the thing that got this all started. The thing that got me inspired to making this video. The tweet that Dame sent. So, Dame, I know that you are watching these videos. I know that you are there right now. Although you are saying that I don't listen to Carlos, I don't even want to hear from him. But every now and then you are sending messages that you have been watching them. So I'm speaking to you directly right now. So during this weekend I have done some thinking, and I have realized that there are some demons inside of you. I mean, you might be too proud to admit that, and that's cool. People have that, and you and me, we have had some issues. But you know, I am ready to bury the hatchet, and you do know how to contact me if you want to. If you want to tell about things, if you want to open your heart, and maybe I can help you. If I cannot help you, maybe I can recommend someone else who might be able to help you with those demons. I mean, life is way too short that we'd be fighting with each other, and remembering that the both of us, we have passed our best before dates long ago, so there's no sense. Don't get me wrong, I'm not slagging you off. I'm just thinking that if there's a slightest chance that I can save you, then maybe maybe in that same project I can save a piece of myself. How about that, Punky? And okay, maybe I'm finally in the end of this broadcast. I mean, I haven't tried to be preaching or anything. I just want to remind you all, and myself as well, that people are saying that karma strikes back if you're being an arsehole. But do remember, do keep in mind that karma also gives something back. So you'd rather be nice to people than a motherfucker to people. So now the final words. The final words. Thank you for watching. This was Carlos. Have a great night. Love you all.